Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
This is episode 112 of our knitting, crocheting, sewing, crafting, whatever we're up to, some TV watching sometimes too, podcast.
Yep.
We are located in Bradley, Illinois, which is 60 miles south of Chicago. You can find us on, well, obviously, YouTube. Instagram, Facebook, Etsy at Knit for Brains Designs. Karen?
You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Loopy Stitcher, spelled L-U-P-Y Stitcher. And on Ravelry, my designs are underneath Loopy Stitcher Designs. I really need to, finish the write-ups on the two designs I already have done.
All right, Karen. Well,
maybe by Christmas.
Yeah, they've probably already figured out about the Illinois weather, seeing that I'm already coughing and sniffing, but you want to give them a weather update?
Today's kind of gloomy.
It's been crazy.
It's kind of chilly.
Chilly today.
We had a beautiful, 70, 80 degrees, 2 or 3 days in a row, and whoop, out the door it went. I think it was freezing rain yesterday.
We're under pollen alerts already for high pollen. And I said to my doctor, I'm like, I don't remember at the beginning of last spring, having it this bad. Mm-hmm. He goes, no. He said, we gradually built up pollen. This year, he's like, it just went straight to high. Because I'm like, I can't. And him, not necessarily him as much, he said, but his wife has been so bad as well. And I'm like, yeah, just, the congestion and as you're clearing your throat, the drainage.
Yeah.
It's kind of going around.
I don't have a major problem with it, but I actually had to start taking an antihistamine at night.
So imagine how a person like me that has the issue is, So we didn't even get together last weekend, because I was not feeling well at all and had to go in early the next morning, count fish too. So yay.
On her day off.
Oh yeah, always on my day off. Yeah, this next month.
That doesn't constitute a day off.
It's even worse this next month. So I took my vacation, and I shouldn't be going back from vacation until Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Fish count is that Monday. So not only is it my day off, but it was my last day of vacation.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. And I don't think I talked about it at all. Sorry, you're going to hear a lot of this today.
Sorry.
Illinois. May 1st, the husband/producer and I will be heading to Arkansas. So we will be in Arkansas for a few days. We will be at Arkansas Yarn Co. I know she is planning some sort of event, and I will have a trunk show going on as well, so there will be bags there, so if you happen to be in that area. Speaking of bags, I did, since the last podcast, 2 updates. I have just a few left.
Yeah, I missed the last one. I was like, dang.
She's so mad. She missed one of the bags she wanted. So I'll go ahead, and they're kind of mixed together. Some of them, I think there's 2 of them there perhaps that I've shown before, but I'm not sure. So I'll show you everything that's in the shop, because it's not a whole lot. But this is what I have left, folks. And that is Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. Yeah, they're all out of order. Okay, so we'll just start here. It doesn't matter. We'll start with sock size. So this is a quilted bag, and I think you can kind of see it's very metallic. There's got a lot of sparkle to it. Mm-hmm. I just don't know how well it's showing up on there. It's sparkled, folks.
Yeah.
Inside and outside are both quilted. The inside is the same as what's on the top there, as usual. Box bottom, perfect for socks, mitts, hats. A Ninja Turtle sock size. The inside is the red that's at the top. My foot is going to sleep for some reason. It's just all tingles. Doctor Who. The top again is the inside of the bag. a blue quilted one. Now the inside of this one is not quilted. It is a regular cotton fabric that has some metallic silver on there. Girl and Fox.
That's cute.
And the green is what's on the inside. This, yeah, I can't remember. I might have shown this, I'm not sure. Blue canvas. Inside is the top. I've got 2 of the frozen sock bags. I don't remember what's on the inside. Oh, yes, I do. Because it's that pretty sparkle. I know I've shown this before, but I have 1 Lonely Dr. Pepper sock sack left. These are all new. So a medium turtle zippered bag. Inside is red. I have 2 of the quilted bags. Inside is the same as the other.
You can see that the inside shows up a little bit better how shiny it is.
Yeah, the shiny is on the outside too. I just don't know why it isn't showing up as well on the camera. So 2 of those. And then 1 of the Doctor Who bags. And that is with the blue inside. There is a possibility that there will be another shop update. You guys will be watching this on Monday. There might be another shop update Thursday, a small one, perhaps. Yeah. I usually do post about it on Instagram. Brett's been really good about reminding me to do that. Also, if you go to my shop on Etsy and favorite it, you can turn on notifications. So, like, anytime I put anything into the shop, it will let you know that. So then you wouldn't be missing anything. So, yeah. So there's that. We're gonna be
Gesundheit. That's what I feel like.
We're like clearing our throats in unison here. Okay, well, it makes me feel better though that you're having issues too, because I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, I told my doctor too. I'm like, I take a Claritin every morning, and those are supposed to be like long lasting. Mm-hmm. I'm like, they're not. They just are not.
Yeah.
He's like, well, do you take a Claritin D? And I'm like, I have enough problems sleeping as it is, and anything with a D will keep me awake. Mm. So, yeah, he gave me some new stuff that his wife's been using. And it's kind of nice because I can take it on top of my Claritin. Mm-hmm. And it's like one of those ones where you can take one and then like in 45 minutes, if it's not, like you're not feeling a difference, you can take another one. Which I probably should have taken another one before we started this. But I forgot. All right. Do you have any finished objects?
1.
Alrighty.
1.
Don't look at my cart.
Number.
My cart is ridiculous.
Yeah, I said you look like you were busy.
It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I finished a pair of socks. Which, of course, you guys have seen multiple times. It's using the free pattern on Ravelry, the Rose City Rollers pattern on Ravelry. And the yarn is by Night Owl Fibers. It's going to be horrible, sorry.
They're probably not even noticing.
And I don't think our producer's going to go through and delete every time we
No, we don't edit, guys. What we record
what you see is what you get.
Yeah. He adds in like the coupon codes and the music and stuff, mm-hmm. but we don't have him cut out anything.
Nope.
Or splice or anything. Just
unless we run out of battery.
Yes, if we run out of battery, that's a separate story. And I think I had once that I had to have him remove a naughty word I said out loud.
Oops,
because I tend to try not to do that.
Here's the card from Rachel. She has her own website. And the colorway is called Love You More. It's a 75-25 self-striping. And here is what I have left.
Like, dibs! I'm sitting over here like, dibs! Because I'm almost ready to cast on another pair of socks. And I'm like, I don't have to have Brett Cake yarn.
So here they are. I like how they turned out. These are for me. My daughter is not getting this pair. The last time we podcasted, I was at the Yellow. And of course, I do them two at a time.
Cuff down.
And these are cuffed down. And that's it.
Alrighty.
Finished project.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I was really hoping to have 2, but it didn't quite happen.
I had to think for a second. Okay, so I don't know the yarn because this was taken out of my vase. It's a self-striping. I showed this before, but I'll show it again, and it is a free pattern, which, I mean, honestly, you really don't need a pattern for these. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll give you a guideline as far as how many to cast on, though. For
Right.
Like
and how long you gotta...
Well, I changed that a lot because it was way too long for, for Peanut. So, Tube Socks for Kids by Jane Richmond. It is free on Ravelry. It is nice if you need help, like doing the Turkish cast on or the sewn bind off, which I didn't do the sewn bind off. I just did Jenny's surprisingly stretchy. So I did her another pair of little tube socks and put some little squiggles on the back for the so she doesn't slide. Although she'll probably still slide, that kid. And I don't know what's with her because I had a pair over there at her house the other day and I'm like, here, do you want to put these on your feet? And I just wanted to try them again and she's like, no. So I don't know if she's actually going to end up wearing these or not. So the ones that I have done now are probably going to be it for a while until I see if she's going to wear them or not.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing we actually get socks on her now at all. Because remember, for a while, we couldn't keep socks on her. Or shoes. Or anything.
Right.
So she has gotten a little bit better with that. But yeah, I'm going to wait and see how she does with this.
So does Little Man have the same problem as she did, or do they...
Little Man tends to always be barefoot a lot. His little feet are so fat. He's a chunky monkey, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was over there the other day and I could tell. I had been, like, I know, like, my shoulders and my neck. Because obviously he's over my 20-pound weight limit.
Yeah.
So it does get to me after a bit, but thankfully the neck and shoulders have been doing a lot better. So it's not as bad now. Like before, there's no way I could have lifted him.
Yeah.
So that was the first pair. Then I did 2 more pair. Oh, this got to go back in the closet. I'm sorting stuff. Oops! Wow.
It landed sitting up, like as if there was something in it.
So, then I did, which I know what this is. This is Arkansas Yarn Co., the Knit for Brains colorway. It also came out of my vase. Look how cute. So,
I love how that kind of pulled. It's cute.
Well,
and it didn't on the other side.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
So I did those. Then I did... Oh, there's my needles. I don't remember the name of this. This was also from my vase, but I do know it's Bad Wolf Girls. It's something Galaxy or something like that. It's one that she regularly carries. Here goes my vase again, guys.
Like you did a pair of gloves with those first time around, I think. I don't... No, I think that was actually leftovers. No, because that was the skein that
Alisha stole from me.
Oh, okay.
And there they are. So 3 pairs of socks. And I had already given Alisha 1. So 4 pairs of socks for Peanut. And that's it for now. And I had that in her special unicorn bag.
And it may be, the weather is getting nicer. She probably won't wear socks again until like this fall.
I don't know, because in the
time.
mornings and stuff, it's still, Alicia's putting sweatshirts and stuff on her because it's still cooler in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got to wear 3 different kinds of clothes.
Yeah.
Morning, noon, and night.
Okay, so this was a skein that Laura had split with me, and it is Desert Vista Dye Works Eeyore. Well, and I got some sock blockers for the big-footed girl.
Poor Wendy.
But what's funny is I actually have bigger feet than her. Like, I wear a bigger size shoe. And she looks like she has a child's foot. So that's what's hysterical. So that's how that turned out. Obviously, I got 2 of them. Just put 1 on there. Ta-da! This actually, because I was in there the other day putting a pair of socks away, this makes pair number 9 for her box.
Cool.
We were a little off with her count last time. So, number 9. All right. Then, there's yarn on the bottom there. This is a new cast on.
A new cast on and cast off?
Yes.
And that's a big bag.
And then another cast on. It's funny. So, Alicia's been complaining little man doesn't have any knitwear.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
Little man grows so fast.
Right.
So I said, okay, I'll make him a scrappy sweater. I dug through all of Laura's Lollipop Girl yarns. Advent she had sent me and picked out all the little boy colors. So I had like this massive pile, and then I made my husband cake them all. It was way too much. So
you probably have enough for a couple of sweaters.
More than. So, okay, let me just go here. So I did the flax light minus the pearl bumps and made it scrappy.
That's cute.
Isn't that adorable?
Yeah.
So this one's really bright. So what I did was then I went through, because I had a lot of colors I never even used.
Right.
And there were also some more subdued colors.
Uh-huh.
So I took those and put them in another bag and have started another scrappy sweater. So like it'll be bright and then he'll have a light one. But look at all of that's still left.
Yeah.
And this is just out of the bright stuff. I mean, there's a ton in there. Yeah, it's insane. And I made size. Now I did not block it. And I'm not going to. That way, Alisha can decide how big she wants it. Because, like, these really stretch. Like, you can...
Like, what size was that?
This is the 1 to 2.
1 to 2?
Yeah. Because I asked her what size, and I was hoping she said, like, 1 to 2 and not, like, 6 to 12 or something. Because he's a big guy, and he
grows fast.
He grows fast. So he'll at least get some wear out of this. And like I said, this really, like as far as length and width and stuff, really blocks out big. But I don't want to, like, I don't know how soon she wants to put it on him.
Right.
So I'm not going to block it. I'm just going to give it to her like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I casted this on and then I bound it off. There's a lot of little knitting there.
Well, and taking the garter bumps out,
I never
sleeves too. It doesn't, it's
flax,
just knitting. Really.
Yeah, with the flax light, I never put the garter bumps in there. And then for the kids, I usually always do the short sleeves because I figure then they can wear it either winter or summer.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that one will go to little man. That's it. That's all I did. Before we move on to whips, I'm sure we have some sort of announcements. Yes.
We finished a cow, right?
We gotta do coupons first. That's first on my list, Karen.
Okay.
Let's run through our coupons and then we'll discuss that. All right. Naughty Knitting Sacks. If you and she is on Etsy, if you use code DirtyBrain15, you will receive 15% off. And she does regular updates. If you follow her on Instagram, she always posts on there about them. Amanda Rate Cole on Ravelry. If you use code KFB19, that will get you 20% off in her Ravelry shop. Lollipop Girl Yarns. If you'd like to get an advent for yourself or some of her other yarns, go over there and use code KFB15 for 15% off her hand-dyed yarns and also her patterns. All right, what else did we have that finished, Karen?
Cal, the knit-along.
All right, so you want to know about that, huh, guys?
Sure.
All right, so what I ended up doing, we didn't have as much participation in this, Cal, as some of our other
because
ones.
we're getting closer to springtime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't our biggest one, so maybe we'll do this one again, but like as we're approaching, like when we hit fall.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and maybe run this one again. So basically, just random number generated. I picked 3 winners from the FO thread for physical prizes. And then 2 winners from the chatter thread for pattern prizes. So we'll go ahead and start with the FO thread, and I will hand those off to you so you can butcher the names. Oh, I'm so good, aren't I? Okay. Actually put the names on the bags. This one you will not even be able to show. This was the set that it's a sock bag and yarn to match. That was our first sock club between me and Lollipop Girl Yarns. And I have no first name, no nothing for that one.
Well, it depends on how you read this.
I read it.
I
Yep.
know.
No,
I now.
Yeah,
hour.
That's how I read it. I now hour. We'll show it on the screen. Yeah, it does.
Huh.
It really does depend on how you. All right. So next up.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
I know who you are. I know who you are.
There we go. We now know who you are.
It's like when you're behind somebody's license plate
And you're trying to
figure out, is it initials for somebody's name, or does it really have like a subliminal message?
I was seeing exactly what you were seeing. The I now hour, and I'm
whoever
like,
this is
not
is
sure that makes
really
sense to me.
laughing at us.
Oh, I'm sure. They laugh at us all the time, Karen.
Oh, I'd laugh at us too.
Yeah, we do.
This is Cat Wimble. Kathy?
Yep. Basically, for physical prizes, everybody's getting some sort of bag, whether it's a bag or a notions pouch, and yarn. That's how we're rolling this, Cal. Okay, those sock blockers are getting annoying. I should have set that up differently.
Okay, this is Kozak. Cindy.
Okay, so those are the physical prizes. If you 3 can get hold of me either on Instagram or if you go to Ravelry, I am Lore, that's LOR 903. Send me a message with your full name and mailing address, and I will get those sent out to you. For our pattern prizes from the chatter thread, that is a pattern of your choosing, up to $7 off Ravelry. The first one is Arity 60, and the second person is Bork P, Peggy. Okay, that's all I got. Whips.
I got those.
Yeah, I kind of do too. Although one of my whips, I did not, after saying, oh, I can finish that ripple bralette, didn't touch it.
Well, that happens.
Well, I mean, I cast it on a sweater. I did more tube socks that weren't on the needles.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, why don't we go back and forth? You go ahead and start.
Okay, let's see. Let's start with...
I'm running out of places to put my, I got so much credit at my feet, I
want something new.
I can't move my feet. I gotta clear an area. Okay. Oh.
Okay, the pattern you guys have seen me do a couple of times before, I believe and that is Cozy Up's Joe's Perfect Slipper Sock. I love this for gifts or just for a quick... I really didn't get much done. This is yarn that you gave me.
I'm going to say it looks familiar.
It didn't have a tag.
Oh.
But here's the colors. And this is as far as I've gotten. Maybe. There we go. Just the toes. Just starting the pattern of the actual sock.
It's a start.
Yep, it's a start.
All right, I'm going to go with mine that's not knitting, but it's sitting right on top.
So, just to let you guys know, this is nice because you can hold fingering double, or you can use it as a DK. And so it's a really quick knit, as far as if you were thinking of things to do for gifts. So it does go rather fast.
I started a pair and then I messed up one of them and I ended up just taking them out and I never went back to it.
Yeah, it is written to do one at a time. I've modified it for me because I do always do my socks regardless, toe up or cuff down 2 at a time. So there was some modifications that I did. Not really modifications to the pattern, but it took some finagling to figure out
how to do it. Yeah. Well, I made a mistake in the actual pattern, and I was doing them one at a time. So I wrote out on Post-it notes what I had done. That way, I could do the same thing to the second one, and then I lost interest in the project. And by the time I went to go back to it, I lost my Post-it note.
So you weren't going to be able to repeat it.
It was just like, you know what? No. And I ripped it out. That was during that time where I was trying to clear through stuff. And I'm like, it's been sitting there for how long? I'm not, you know what? If I decide to make them at some point, that's fine. I'll just start over and maybe not oops it.
Yeah.
So, all right. My first one to show is my diamond painting because I finished the green on it, and then I started the pink.
I was going to say, I don't remember seeing the pink last time.
Yes, that's the new one I'm working on now. So, guys, I'm like really getting there.
Yeah.
Really getting there. We'll see. My goal is to have this done by May 1st.
Cool.
So, see, the problem is, guys, I guess I think I'm an overachiever. So when you get diamond paintings, you can get like this, where the whole entire thing is painted. Mm-hmm. Or you can get where there's some background and only portions. Why do I always pick these?
I don't know.
Because they take so much longer.
It's like cross stitch.
Yeah, and it's like
instead of getting the ones with the already colored in parts.
Yeah, do the whole. It just so happens that that's what I picked, and
11 by 13 picture of the whole thing.
So, and I don't know. Everybody does. I shouldn't say everybody, but there are different ways that you can do diamond painting. I know some people basically do row by row by row. That would drive me insane because you'd have to have all the different. So I basically just pick whatever color and I randomly do it. So like if I just got done doing green, I don't want to do another green color because I'm bored of it. So then, I chose to go to pink because I hadn't done any pink in a while. And then next time maybe, I'll go do the browns or just to keep it interesting. Plus then I'm kind of like, I will start in like one area and, kind of do that area and then do the next area. I don't do it in rows at all. I would get very bored. I mean, that works for some people. I just for me, it does not. And to me, that would be a lot of management of the beads because, like, just in this first row, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 11 different colors. So you'd have to have 11 different color beads out.
Yeah.
Just to do the one row.
I'd have mountains. I mean, a cat would come along. And I'd have beads everywhere.
I actually have them in really nice containers, and they're labeled with the numbers and everything, which maybe next time I show this, I'll show you guys the system that how I have them stored. Don't know if anybody's interested or not, but if you are, let me know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many diamond painters we have out there. I have had a few people say they'd like to try it. They don't know if they would be good at it. Anybody can do this. Anyone.
Yeah, you're basically following a chart.
Yeah. It's very, very easy. It's relaxing. I will tell you it's addictive because every time I actually find the time to sit down and do it, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to finish off this color and then I'm going to go do something else. Yeah, 3 colors later.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, let me put one more on there, one more on there.
No, and you said you have a stand, so you're not like this. That would be my biggest thing.
It does help. Now, with the way that my neck is, I still can't sit there for like hours or anything. Like the other day, I think I was there for 35, 45 minutes, and I was starting to feel it in the neck. But yeah, I have like an easel that I ordered from Amazon. So rather than having this flat on the table and bending over it, it's up like this. So it makes it a little bit easier. So yeah, so there's that. And I'm excited to get this one done because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more I could do.
6 more?
Different ones, yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All that big?
I think 1 or 2 might actually be bigger. Yeah. So, yeah. I definitely have plenty of these to keep me busy for a while.
Yeah.
So, there's that. What else you got, Karen?
Okay. I'll do this next. So I had to move to a bigger bag. That way I could keep my minis in with my sweater. So you guys have seen this before. The V-back tee, and this is the DK version that I'm doing, and it's the K4 pattern on Ravelry. And I am using Cherry Pie from my, I don't know, the tag's in there. This is her Skellington colorway. This is my second skein. I had reached out to her and messaged her and asked personally for her to dye me specific, these colors specifically, and I had showed that. So this is my second skein. Fingering weight, I think it's an 8, her 100%. Okay. I did a lot of work on this so that I could split for the sleeves.
And look, she no longer has to dig around for the bead. Oh, and look, you're using a needle minder.
Yeah, it's to the point where I really have to. So yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I mean, that was really a lot of stitches. So, and actually, the beginning of the round is on the sleeve, so you can see that I did almost 2.5 inches of knitting to get to that point. So yeah, it's really taking shape. So. And then I got to the point where I kind of messed up and was like, okay, that's enough of this project for a while. I know where I messed up. I have to just go back like a half a row and figure out what I did.
Okay. So I decided to finally deal with my cozy up
Oh, did you?
sweater. Oh yeah, things went awry though. Let me just tell you.
In trying to.
So I had this brilliant idea of how I was going to fix this the easy way.
The easy ways always makes it more difficult.
Well, long story short. In the meantime, I also decided I wanted to go up a size so it was wider as well.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Because it was short, which going up a size, they say to still do the same length, which I'm going to make it longer.
Yeah.
Which will then in turn also make the sleeves bigger by making that longer, which I'm going to make yeah. So I have to make the sleeves bigger as well because, no, they were way too tiny. So I was messing around with taking it out. Yeah, I pretty much was just like, yeah, I'm kind of over this because I'm going to spend like hours on end taking out this stinking thing, and I don't even know that I need all the yarn yet, and I didn't want to spend that much time picking it out, so I had started and, had balls of it, whatever. And then I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just going to start knitting it again. This is how I am, guys. You know it if you've watched for a while. So I didn't do a whole lot on it just because I get bored with it. And it hurts the digits. I really should get some rackets in the size I'm using, and maybe that would be a little bit better. But plus it is a little wider now, too. So obviously there's more stitches. So there she is.
But still, that's quite a bit of knitting.
I mean, I got it restarted. That's what counts, right, folks? I'm going to finally deal with this. And I'll tell you what, if I don't like it this time, I'm just done.
Yeah.
I really love this yarn, and I really want
the cardigan.
But there's going to be a limit to this. Most people would have already been past that limit, I'm sure. They would have been like, yeah, I'm done with this. So, yeah. I feel like I at least took a step forward, because how long has this been sitting? Quite a while.
Quite a while. Yep.
Time will tell, guys. And I do have to, because the skeins are so different, go back and forth between the two. So I know I'm going to have to at some point take the other sweater apart, but whatever.
You alternated when you were doing it the first time around too.
I'll deal with it when I have to. That's what I'm going with at this point. When I am absolutely positively out of yarn, I will deal with taking apart that sweater.
That's funny. What we do for our knitting and for our projects.
Because I'm finally going back to that project, because this project has been in this bag for so long, I never get to use my Ginger Snap unicorn bag. And look how cute it is. And guys, that has all that yarn in it. The new sweater and the old sweater. It's a big old bag. So there's that. I knew you'd be shocked by that.
Yeah.
Things were happening these 2 weeks at my house. What can I say?
Okay.
Ooh, some more toes?
Yes, some more toes. I like the toes.
I have to say, before I go to Arkansas...
I got this yarn from you, but I don't have the tag.
Because we're driving. I have to make sure...
that you have enough.
that I have plenty of socks on the needles, because also with being at the yarn store and going out to eat and stuff and being out on the patio, that's pretty much my go-to is socks. So I gotta make sure I have probably 3 to 4 pairs of socks on the needles. And then I need a couple bigger projects. So yeah, most of my packing, I'm not concerned with what I'm wearing. I mean, I don't care what I bring with other than my knitting.
Yeah, because you drive it, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Well,
I sit and knit the whole time. Nomadic Yarns.
It's been a while since you gave this to me, I think. A little bit.
I can't remember.
Self-striping.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm lucky if I even remember the names of what I'm working on.
So I've gotten the toes completely casted on, and I'm just knitting now already. And I like my chagoos 2 at a time. This is a size 1.
What size cable? Because we were asked that. I did answer the question, but
right around 40. I could probably go down maybe to a 32, but that would be the smallest I would ever go. And I know I had a couple of mine which are like the 47, which those are almost too long, but I really like the around the 40.
Yeah, especially I'm going to say if you're newer to either sock knitting or doing 2 at a time, I would definitely do at least a 40-inch cable, because then you run less of a risk of knitting your 2 socks together. You can keep them very separate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I use 40-inch as well. So, I knew when I was answering, I was pretty much answering for the 2 of us.
And that's how both of us learned.
And some people might say, and I'll show you on mine. So, this is a 40-inch cable here. And it isn't overkill. I have done 47-inch. It's fine for me. You know, I don't hate it, but it is more moving it around. Yeah. So, kind of working backwards here, but that is one of Rachel's Night Owl Fibers Friends Club, the I'll Be There For You. Let me show it to you in the skein. And I just started these. So I've already made quite a bit of progress. Yeah. These will be done probably this week, I would imagine.
Yeah. I cast the socks on last night.
Yeah, because that's why I was glad that I had that yarn you gave me that's caked up. Because I'm like, yeah, I'll need that this week. Then I can save poor Brett. Well, because after he went out, he caked all those minis for Little Man Sweater. I had originally had planned him caking the other 24 minis that I have for that Laura sent for her sweater, so I could start that. But yeah, he was kind of done after he did that many minis. He was like, do I need to do that other bag? I'm like, no, you don't have to do it today. I'm like, I'm probably not going to cast it on right away today anyways, so yeah. But yeah, this is really pretty. And I like how one of the stripes has speckles in it. You can see it so much there. Let me turn it that way. You see it has the speckles in it. So, yeah. You're up.
Okay. This one I didn't do a whole lot of progress on. In fact, I'm a bad podcaster. Apparently, you need to hire somebody else to be your partner in crime. Because I forgot to mark where I was.
Yeah.
This is the Close to You, which is also, it's one skein. Whoa.
Why are you throwing stuff at me, Karen?
Just because. One skein project. And this was, caked up, sitting in my stash, so I have no idea what the colorway is. So I forgot to mark where it was the last time. So I think I actually added these two sections here.
That seems about right.
Since the last time we podcast. Yeah. So slow going, but I have another project that I really did a lot of work on that you guys will see and be really impressed with me.
So Peanut doesn't know this, so she won't care. But I don't have a lot of project bags for Little Man, so I stole Peanut's Sesame Street project bag to use for Little Man. She'll never know, right?
Right.
I'm doing another flax light, and this is all going to be out of lighter colors, so you can kind of see the difference. Let me see if I can.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be completely different looks. Okay. I got so many needles in here, guys. It's ridiculous. Let me see if I can get my hand around that. Okay. So that's going to be this one. So much more subdued.
Yeah.
And I figured since my husband spent all that time kicking the yarn, I should probably use it. I mean, it would get used at some point, but... So it's just going to be another Flax Light scrappy sweater. And I'm actually using more of each yarn on this one, so it's not going to be quite as many color changes as the other one is.
You think it's going to be almost more like gradiated, gradient-ish?
And it's hard to show because I'm, like, not that far.
Yeah.
And I just put this on the needles last night. So, yeah. So I'm sure that'll be done by next time. Although, I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to knit like a mad woman on it this time because... Oh, my thumbs. It gets to my thumbs after a while.
Even with your square
After
needles?
a while, yeah. If I'm sitting there for like 3-4 hours, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I tend to sit.
Yeah.
So, working on that. Your turn again.
Okay. You guys are probably tired of seeing this one. Moving to the Country Shawl by Yarn Cafe Creations, and that is free on Ravelry. You guys have seen this many times before. I think she's just impressed that I still have the tags.
If not, we'll start going with far back to the last episode. 3
Irish curls. The blue is called Stonewash, and the mixed colorway is called Chambray. So this is what I have. I'm done with this, actually. And this is the last. I'm working on the last section before the lace section. So I made quite a bit of progress on this. Definitely getting bigger. Like I can't quite
stretch it completely
out
on the needles.
Out now on the needles because it gets so long. Because you're increasing on both ends and doing the spine. So I was right here. So I've done about 4 inches of this one. So, yeah. So I think I do this, the repeat like for 3 more sections, and then I do the lace edging and it's done. I bind off. So, not too bad. Okay.
I had to actually pull this out of the bag before we podcasted because I wasn't sure if I worked on it or not. And then when I took it out, I was like, oh, I have no idea where I'm at on it. So I sat and figured that out too. It was one of those of, uh-oh, whoops. All right, so this is my Gilmore Girls box from Forbidden Fiber Co. with the blue Savannah cow. So I've shown this before. And it's kind of hard to show just because the fact that it's long and it's like really scrunched up.
Yeah.
So I pulled it out. I was where the progress keeper is, so I actually did quite a bit.
Yep.
Because this is like really long. There's quite a few stitches on there.
Yeah.
So, but it's really not a whole lot to show because my my needles are, my cable's not that long.
Yeah.
Because I have longer cables. I just tend to like to, I like my knitting scrunched.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes it easier, although maybe it does not make it easier on my hand. It makes me faster.
Yeah.
That's what I should say.
Because you're not pushing them.
But it might actually be harder on my hands because I do go faster then. We went out to Texas Roadhouse today for dinner. And it was a good thing I had my knitting with because otherwise I would have flipped out. So you get there and you have to check in. And they're like, oh, it'll be 10 minutes. We'll text you. 15 minutes later, they text us. I'm knitting the whole time. So they have us go inside. And they're like, oh, yeah, just stand over there. It'll be a minute. So I'm still just standing there knitting. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. And I'm like, why did they move us inside? Why am I standing here? Why did they even, and as I'm getting more agitated and I'm having to stand there even longer, like, I'm just like, by the time we actually got to a table, like all my fingers, because I was gripping and I was just going so fast, were killing me. And I'm like, it's a good thing I have my knitting because I probably would have blown. Like, if you're not ready for us, don't.
Yeah.
Don't tell us you're ready for us.
Especially if you're sitting out in your car and they
No,
text
I was
you?
actually sitting right outside the building.
Oh, okay.
On the benches there, and it was nice out.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there watching people and knitting. And then we had to go stand inside, and it was freaking hot in there.
Yeah. Would have rather just stayed outside where you were.
Yeah. And I swear we probably stood inside as long as we sat outside. There was no need to call us in.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was really... Well, and then there's like 4 people up at the hostess desk. And she's like, oh, are you waiting for your break? And I'm like, yes, Brady. Oh, and then she's looking over trying to find a waitress, and I'm thinking there's 4 of you. None of you are capable of walking us to a table? I mean, I could just walk myself. It's fine. Just point me in a general direction. I see plenty of open tables. So, yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was strange. But I'm very full now. What else you got, Karen?
One more.
Oh, I can tell my thumb is killing me. Were you not prepared, Karen?
Well, everybody's seen this.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what it is. The Weekender by Andrea. This one I have marked. So I had just... We did this last time too.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're already down to... Oh, that's what happened. Got wrapped around. Okay. I had just joined in around the last time.
Mm-hmm.
There's the front.
You're dropping stitches.
Back.
Needle keepers, Karen.
And the last time we podcast, I was with a little... He's bashful. He's shy. So, a couple inches. But that's how much progress I did on this one, too. I actually ran out of yarn on my skein, so I have to fix that.
Okay.
That's it. That's my last whip.
I have one last one. I didn't do a whole lot of work on it, but I didn't show it last time, so I figured, nah, I'll take it out. My crochet blanket. I did a little bit, but not much. I mean, it's one of those things that kind of sits there and just every once and again, I'll go, oh yeah, maybe I'll work on that.
Right.
It's not like, I thought I would be good and be like, okay, well, I'll work on it every Monday, or, I can't do that. I want to work on what I want to work on.
Yeah.
I can't have an assigned day for anything. I just can't.
It means it's work.
I'm very random about everything. So, where my sheep is, dude, I did. So it actually was quite a bit because it's
quite long.
It's quite long. So yeah. So I did actually do quite a bit on there.
Yep.
So I better move that up.
Do.
Up you go, little sheepy. Imagine if I worked on this. I'd get a lot done on the way there, but I can't crochet in the car. Not with fingering weight.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried. I mean, I can do it, but I'd be looking down a lot.
Yeah.
With it being fingering weight. If it was DK or something, yeah, you definitely could do that.
Yeah.
So I know this will not be coming with me. Guys, I just hit my stand goal.
Your what goal?
My stand goal. Stand goal achieved. Stop, Siri. Nice job. You have a stand goal of 12 hours. I just hit 12 hours of standing. Did you see me standing, guys?
While you were sitting down.
While I was sitting. It's because I was been moving my wrists so much. These things aren't perfect, you know. So yeah, that's my big old bag. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's
Do you have any purchases?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Wow, we both don't.
She goes, wow. Now, I will say I did order 2 items the other day. D-stash.
Mm-hmm.
Not yarn, though.
Oh, really?
Really? I ordered myself a bag and an oceans pouch, which is very unusual for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think I've ordered anything else, no. I'm just confirming on Etsy. I have not ordered anything else. Because sometimes I order things and I forget.
It was funny because Chuck made the comment to me about, isn't it about time you go to one of those festival thingies?
Well, YarnCon's going on virtually
and
right
I told
now.
him, I said, well, actually, YarnCon is going on virtually right now this weekend. He says, do you and Laura have plans to do that? I'm like, thinking, plans to do that? We would do that separately.
He's probably thinking we'll gather around a computer together. You're like, oh, look at that. My thing is, and it's fine, you know.
At least it helps the makers.
It does to an extent, but then you also have people like me that are like, well, I can go to their websites or Etsy stores or whatever anytime I want and not necessarily have to be within this time frame. You know, yeah, some of them I'm sure are offering special like YarnCon only things, but that wasn't that important to me.
Yeah.
I didn't get on at all. I actually, one of my friends even sent me a link to show me that they were going live, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
I just really didn't have an interest.
Right.
But, I mean, I think it's great that they are doing it virtually. It does help the vendors and the makers, and there's a lot of people out there that still are not getting out very much. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that kind of helps them along as well. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but just not my thing. And you know, I'm a very touchy person.
You get in trouble if you touch the wrong thing. But still,
I'm that way with any purchases. I'm not a visual person. Like, I'm a hands-on person. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
Even
and
if I'm going to even like a clothing store, there's me like petting things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
The hardest part is like, especially with the yarn, like I'm not one that likes stuff that's scratchy at all. Mm-hmm. I will adventure into other materials, you know, like the alpaca, and well, of course you can't because you're highly allergic to anything that's not superwash. But even there are times when even some acrylics are not soft. Yeah. It's like, what is this? You know? And part of that is too, like, my kids were, especially my son, as I rolled my eyes. He was very particular. Like if I made something and it was at all scratchy, he wouldn't wear it. So I deemed him not worthy. He's a little better now because I bought him some sweaters and I'm like, I wonder if he's actually going to wear this thing. And he actually wears it now.
Hey, Karen. Mm-hmm. Can we get up and just take a brisk 30-minute walk?
Not in this lifetime.
Oh, okay. My watch, you guys. Laura, you can still close your exercise ring today. Just a brisk 30-minute walk and you're there. Thanks for the encouragement.
I'm here to podcast and knit and sit in my recliner.
I don't know why all of a sudden it's like all at once in the evening. It's like, okay, this is the time where the lady goes to her recliner and she doesn't move. Yeah. You better get her up.
De-stress.
Yeah, be like, lady, you got a treadmill.
Put
you can get on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, exciting things. Although some of you already know because, you know what? Our viewers are the best. They look out for me. Uh-huh. Okay, let me just give you the announcement. I've been waiting for it. And I'm not, lately it seems like I'm not on social media a lot. Mm-hmm. Somebody sent me this the other day. Well, actually 3 people sent it to me.
The first one said May 1st. And then I was like,
boom,
wait a minute.
Lucifer. May 28th. Now, if they could have done it a week earlier, it would have been in time for my birthday. Why did you guys
really think
been thinking
about you?
Why? Why couldn't you have done it a week earlier? Okay, so excited. So excited. I'm still watching True Blood. I am on season 6. So I'm almost there. There's only 7 seasons. I'm invested. There's at least a few more vampires now.
Yeah.
There's a couple cute guys, finally.
There you go.
Entrance, so.
Like the whole point of a vampire is they're supposed to be irresistible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some of them are. The other day, though, I had to text Alisha. This was when I was, and I'll clean it up for you guys. This was when I was like 2 seasons back, or maybe a season back, I don't know. And the main character, I sent Alisha a text. I said, I'm trying to think of a nice way of putting it. This girl gets around. First a vampire, then a second vampire, now a werewolf. Alisha thought it was hysterical. I'm like... Alisha has also told me that the last season is awful.
Oh, bummer.
So, like, she did not enjoy it at all.
Well, she didn't spoil it for you, but in a way she did.
Yeah. Well, but not really, because what Alisha likes and what I like is very different. Mm-hmm. So, I can't say that she necessarily...
Watch you like it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, ooh, the last season was the best. Yeah, so it's hard to say. So last time I was going on about Law and Order.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the new one was coming out.
I never did record
with Stabler. Okay, well let me just tell you.
Not worth the time of day.
I set it up to record.
Oh.
I did not go in there to make sure there were any conflicts or anything. Uh-huh. So I went that night to sit down. I'm like, oh, let me watch that. Still, watch the first one because there was going to be crossover. I'm like, okay, finish that. Go to start the second one. It's not there. Son of a gun. I had too many other shows recording. And had I known that, I would have recorded in here. Yeah. But they replayed it that Saturday. Mm-hmm. So I just set it up to play Saturday. So I watched that first episode now, and I've watched the second episode.
Is it going to be a good one? Or are you going to have to give it some time yet?
I'm still a little on the fence. Mm-hmm. part of it, I'm sure, is because you're so used to Stabler and Olivia being together.
Mm-hmm.
And now she is making appearances in his still. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think there's potential.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes, though. Yeah. The FBI's were new this week.
I was able to watch some of FBI Most Wanted.
Yes, that was.
Chuck's like, "What's this show?"
Oh, it's good.
And he's like, "Oh, another cop show."
No,
it's deal with it.
It's good. Do you watch just the FBI as well? Okay.
Yeah. I just haven't had time to be able to do that since
because that main guy used to be on Law and Order,
right?
Yeah, and he was always good in that.
He was
he's good in that, and FBI as well.
Yeah, he definitely is easy on the eyes.
You don't know why we watch movies, huh? Shows.
Maybe that's why he's like another cop show.
Well, if that's what I don't know. And it's not really so much the cop show. I think it's the mystery aspect of it more so probably that is drawing us in.
Yeah, that's what it is for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of new shows because I didn't watch SWAT yet. I watched all the Chicago's already. Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. I'm a little behind on TV watching because I've been watching True Blood. Which is probably why I'm not sleeping again.
Well, I've been gaming a little bit.
Yeah, I can't.
I just finished a big, huge Horizon Dawn and actually went and got 2 more videos. My husband's like, "This is new?" He's like, "Yeah, deal with it." So I go through phases where I do a lot of gaming too. But my son started, when he came home for the weekend of Easter, I think it was, started watching the series The Flash on Netflix. And I'm like, really?
And now you're hooked.
And now I'm freaking hooked on that one too. But I refuse to really get hooked. I will watch it because there's one of the actors that's in that was in Law and Order.
Oh.
One of the black cops. The black cops.
Stabler was on True Blood? The actor that plays Stabler?
Yeah.
He was in some good shape back then.
Because I knew he had done some other series.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't on there for a lengthy time or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, so I really like him as an going back to my squirrel, yeah. So I really like that, and the story is kind of interesting in the way that they're portraying it. So there's some interesting twists on that. So I will definitely probably end up watching that more when I have the time.
Definitely, probably.
But I still have Grimm and I still have Supernatural. See, that's my problem is if I get involved in too many series.
Yeah, that's why I just do one at a time.
It gets to be like I never finish any of them.
Here's what the issue's going to be though for me is I'm going to finish True Blood. I'm going to have to start something else. Well, that's going to all get dropped when Lucifer comes on. Although I almost feel like I need to watch at least the last... I'm not watching the whole last season, but like the last 2 episodes of Lucifer from the last season, just because it's been so long, just to kind of refresh myself, even though I'm sure they'll kind of do a review. Maybe.
I used to do that with Game of Thrones.
Maybe I'll just watch the last episode. That should be plenty. Because you know how I am about rewatching stuff.
Because, well, I will rewatch.
I'm not a rewatcher. Stuff. I can't, no.
I have Game of Thrones still on DVDs, so.
But yeah, I'm going to end up having to start something, and then I might have to drop it because Lucifer will be on.
But I did that with like Stranger Things and Game of Thrones, like right before it would come out with a new season. A lot of times, or before I start the next season, I would re-watch.
Yeah, I don't want to rewatch
at least the season leading up to it.
I'm thinking just the last. Although I have a feeling like when I just started, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what was going on.
Yeah.
I just feel like because I've watched so many other things since then, it's like
you've been waiting so long, and you've like boycotted Netflix government,
and then they've missed my birthday by a week.
Like, really? How dare they?
Could have been a little nicer.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So yeah, it'll be.
So when we talked about the whole TV thing last time.
Oh, people were cracking me up about the TV. Did you see the one comment from the lady?
Mm-mm.
Okay, go ahead and talk. I'm going to pull up comments.
Because now my husband's home all the time now. And I work at home. So when I go on lunch, I expect that TV to be available when I go on lunch. Because a lot of times what I'll do is like, if I recorded like spring baking or like a voice, The Voice, or what's the other one? Rock Block is another one.
Why would you watch The Voice anymore? Adam's not on there.
I still
why? I mean, there's nothing to look at now.
Although the last couple seasons have been kind of harder since everything's so separated.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not as, I don't know. We'll see how long that goes. Last season, the talent on there was really good.
I find with shows like that, I end up fast forwarding more than I watch. So I like to hear. I'm one of those that liked American Idol back in the day when Simon was on there. And he was rude as could be and would actually say exactly what I was thinking. That for me made the show. Don't hold their hand and, Now he's on America's Got Talent and he's a wuss.
Oh, yeah, because everybody's great.
It's like, what happened? No, I don't like this. I know you don't really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even that, like, I would listen to, like, the first second or two and be like, no. Fast forward to get to the judges' comments. And that's what went on throughout the whole thing. So I stopped watching.
Like with The Voice, a lot of times when they're first going through their auditions, I'll watch the background to that person. But then as the competition goes on and they keep repeating and going back again, I'll skip through that part and get to the point where they're singing.
I can't watch the backgrounds.
Because
all these people have a sad story.
Oh.
And it makes you perceive them differently when they go up on that stage sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So then you're not really getting a true reading.
So it makes you wonder, I mean, they don't see them. How much of the producers share or do they know before they hear them?
Yeah. Because that can sway you a bit if they've got a touching backstory. That, you've heard about, so you've already gotten into your head, oh.
Yeah.
It can...
And even if they don't have it the first time around, as you can tell, it's part of their decision-making a little bit when it comes to the later rounds of, like, this person's put in all this work and has been in the... been trying for so long, they need that break. I'm going to give them that break.
Yeah, so I always, when I watched any of those shows, I always fast forwarded through. I just did. That was just me. So the one lady last time said, Gail, my father always said that the secret to a good marriage is 2 TVs.
Well, we have 2 TVs.
Then
except the TV upstairs is smaller, and I can't stream as many things on the TV upstairs that I can stream downstairs because downstairs has a PlayStation.
Something else.
The upstairs DVD player only streams a couple of different streaming channels. That's the problem.
Carol says, I watch cooking shows too and don't cook. We're not the only ones.
Like tomorrow night will probably be TV dinners.
I answered that on there already.
That's as close as cooking as I get. Unless I really want to make like something like lazy stuff, like chili. I call that lazy stuff. Chili, tacos, pizza.
We have
Or spaghetti. Those are
cooking
all
to
like
me. That's cooking.
Those are all like quick ground the meat, throw the stuff together.
That's still
it's
cooking,
done.
honey. Though
Macaroni and cheese.
that's still cooking. Were you in the
in the
kitchen?
box?
Were you in the kitchen? Were you at the stove? Did you turn something on?
You turn on the microwave.
It's cooking. It's cooking. Now don't
I have
don't let her fool
received
you.
her cooking
Don't.
and love her turkey breast.
I was gonna say, don't let her fool you because I do cook.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a lot.
She does cook.
Oh.
And I willingly accept whatever she'll cook for me.
My husband was at Myers and they had the Cajun turkey breast on sale.
Is that like a real question?
He picked up 2 of them.
Wow.
So if you want some more, I'll end up cooking soon for you.
Yeah.
So we had another lady that says, you're supposed to only have 1 pair of socks on the needles? As of right now, I have 5 pairs, LOL. I really enjoy watching you ladies. It feels like a wonderful knit group. And that's what we try to keep it keep it as here. I don't think there was anything. Oh, love the tube socks. Those are going to be adorable. We'll need to see a picture. Well, if I could ever get them on her feet, perhaps. Did I show the picture? So cute. I might have shown it. Sorry, proud grandma if I didn't already. So she's in dance with her dad. She got to try on her first dance costume.
The socks cracked me up.
Yeah. One time the kid has on socks.
Yeah, the one time she has on
And
socks.
they have actually, since this picture was taken, moved her up to a bigger size because it was kind of pulling. Because she's a tall girl. Guys, look how cute she is. She now finally has enough hair
All the neon.
that she can get 2 itty, tiny, little bitty, sprouty ponytails. It's so cute. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Cute as could be. Yes, she is. Well, I think that's all we have for them. I think it's time for us to go knit.
Yes.
And watch podcasts because I have not watched.
Sounds good.
I have not watched any podcasts since the last time they were over. So I'm behind, but
yeah. So
whatever. So anybody that won a physical prize, make sure you contact me with your full name and address. Arity and Peggy, you guys both know how to get hold of me. Let me know what pattern you want sent to your Ravelry. When are we here again? I don't think my trip messes with anything, if I remember right. So we will be here. Oh.
We'll be here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're recording on Alisha's birthday. And then the 9th, which I'm back by then. Okay. So yeah,
So your vacation is in between?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We leave the 1st, which is a Saturday.
Okay.
And I think we are in Arkansas.
So all it interrupts with is
one knitting night.
Our knitting night.
I mean, if you need to come over and sit on your recliner, just let me know.
You open the garage door.
We can. That's what the phone is for. I mean, all these newfangled things. You can do anything.
Just gotta show me how to work your TV and your remote.
Honey, you might have more. Do you remember half the time me going, why won't this work? I don't know how to work half the stuff in my house, guys. I really don't. The minute I get used to something, then Brett changes it because he likes electronics. He likes new things. Anything to do with computers, electronics, and let's update to this.
Gadgets.
And, gadgets.
Yep.
I got home today. He goes, I ran the vacuum.
Which is like what, a Roomba, right?
Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't have a Roomba anymore. He has a Wise vacuum because it was better. I remember it was the newest thing that came out. So yeah.
Because of course he researches.
Yeah. Yes.
Before he gets
he's a researcher. Which it's fine, but sometimes like I'm OCD. I get very set and I don't like things changed.
Mm-hmm.
So then when like something's being explained to me that's going to be different, I kind of like mentally check out.
Yeah.
So that I don't know how to work anything. I'll text him at work sometimes and I'll be like, I don't know how to do this.
That's gonna.
Or, hey, I'm hot. Can you turn the air up? Because he can do that from his phone too. But yeah, so I mean, it's okay. We equal each other out, I guess, because he's into that stuff and I'm so not.
Okay, it was driving me nuts. Who the cop
is
that plays in?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Jesse Martin is his name.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He's good looking.
Yeah.
And I like to
Are you
follow
going to
him,
share
so.
with the viewers or like just making them, are you going to make them have to Google on their own phone?
He plays like, kind of like the cop and adopted dad of the guy that plays Flash in the series. And he's really good. I like him as an actor.
We don't.
So,
yeah.
When they have a good actor within those like series too, that always helps.
Well, and that makes you look like, at least with me, like some of the series that I've watched, I'm like, oh, I really, really liked him. And then I'll go and Google him and see what else he's in.
Yeah.
And then we'll sometimes like pick up another series because of that. Just because I like that actor. But if you guys have been with us long enough, you know, we never remember names.
No. I'm
like,
horrible.
that guy.
Like, the guy that plays that part.
We usually understand each other.
Just like follow
we're both the same way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
We're lucky we remember.
We know I know while I'm watching it because I'm enjoying it so much. It doesn't stick. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. I only retain so much information.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. So, all right, we are going to go and do our thing. So we will see you in 2 weeks. Remember to check out the Etsy store, Knit for Brains Designs. Check again Thursday if you're interested in what is new in there.
Watch Instagram for updates.
Yes, Instagram for updates. On YouTube, like. We're going to start laughing. My husband is making me do this in a certain order, and I've already forgotten. Okay, I got this. And it's... We're not professionals, and I don't know why he pretends we are. Okay, so on...
We're not even hired talent.
Oh, God bless you if you've stuck around this long. All right. We got this, Karen.
Yeah. Because we have to get back to knitting. Come on.
Okay. On YouTube, if you could like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Please comment too. We enjoy the comments. We try to interact or answer you on here, answer you on there, or whatever. I usually heart everything to let you guys know I did read it.
I was actually bad this last time. I did it like towards the very beginning, but the last couple of I haven't. I'm on there to see the comments. I always look at all the comments. Yeah,
it notifies me when people comment, so I'm usually pretty good about that. I mean, let's face it, my phone's always on me. Although lately it's been a pain in the butt because my phone is not going to my watch as far as text messages. So, you know, I'm assuming if I had a text, it was going to ding on my watch. Yeah. Well, then, 3 hours later, I pick up my phone and I've got 10 text messages.
Well, I've been I wonder if it's the last update that they did, because I have been having problems receiving texts and phone calls. Like, if Chuck calls me, I go to answer. Well, maybe it's limited answer. But no.
Does the call fail?
Yeah, it's like like I answer, but he's not there.
Now you do know you guys are gonna, think we're nuts, but this is basically a mini computer.
Right.
I have that problem because I don't get phone calls. People don't have to call me. Just text me, you'll get a response. You call me, I typically don't answer. Every once in a while, though, I do need to answer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go to answer it. Call failed.
Yeah.
You have to restart your phone periodically.
And the last time it happened, I actually had restarted my phone. That's why I was like...
That is odd, then.
Yeah. It could have been that he was in the hospital at the time he was trying to call
bad
me,
reception
and
there.
there's bad reception too.
My thing, though...
But a couple of times he was like, did you receive my text? I'm like, no. And then, he's like, hello, are you there? And then I'll go, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 all three of them will pop up at one time.
I have numerous times now restarted my phone, restarted my watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a couple text messages on my watch, and then next thing I know, nothing,
Yeah.
And that's the convenience of having my watch, is I don't always have to have my phone out. So finally, the one day I was like, okay, because my phone's always on vibrate because it's going to ping on my watch. I took my phone off of vibrate thinking, okay, well, if it's not going to ping on my watch, then my phone should ding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had the same problem. Mine is on constant vibrate, okay? Because I do work at home and my phone is sitting by my side. And if I'm in the middle of a conference call, I do not need somebody's ringtone to be all of a sudden ringing across the conference call. And it's bad enough the one at home does. And so there's multiple times that Chuck's like, are you going to answer your phone? No. And the one time that I knew that I was expecting a call and I switched it, the dang phone would. It was like it knew my habit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like it was thinking for me. Like, this woman doesn't want to be interrupted.
Every
We're
time
not doing it.
an update, I think, okay, good, this is going to fix the watch, No. And then I get jealous because I hear Brett's watch pinging off. Like, why won't mine ping? What's wrong?
So, yeah. Okay, so I guess we should stop.
Yes, we could go on for hours. All right, guys, we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.